the minister to hear this from us.
Mm-hmm.
I was abducted as I went to bathe, naked. I'm 64 years old, a lawyer, a judicial officer on sabbatical, a practicing Catholic, Jaja Anna.
This is extremely heartbreaking. She was naked, getting ready to take a shower. She's 64 years old, and she was abducted.
In 2020, in Kalangala, when same brutality was meted on Ugandans in a civil process, she was the one who went around from one police station, another military station, to look for people who were innocently abducted. We are demanding the release of the political prisoners. We are demanding for the release, especially of our colleague, Honorable Mwanga Chivumbi. My president is in pain because he cannot be here physically. We are therefore demanding his return so that he can be able to pay his respect.
And as you guide the population, I hope you'll also, since you're Minister of National Guidance, I hope you will guide the head of the military.
Oh, yeah.
I normally see him insult people on social media.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he's above the law.
Mm-hmm.
At one time, Honorable Chris actually guided the CDF, and he said the things he's saying are not right. The following day, the CDF was calling him names. And then Honorable Chris kept quiet. I thought the Muchiga in him would not keep quiet.
No.
That he would
The Mchiga is just pretentious.
insist and say, yes, what I have said.
Yeah. When push comes to shove, they all abandon the ideals and this fake tough persona they usually want to display.
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Live Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
I cannot appreciate you enough for using your valuable time to always go on social media, break down things for people.
Now this is called Confronting Power. Watch here.
Without fear, because we are testimonies of the falsehood of what we just went through as an election.
Mm-hmm.
Jolene, Her Excellency, and myself were abducted. She was abducted on the 14th.
Mm-hmm.
As she was organizing to have her team, because she was running in Ruchiga. 14, she did not vote. She was abducted by military. I was abducted on the 15th of January. All our faces were covered by men. There was one young woman who would only hear the voice. I would like the minister to hear this from us.
Mm-hmm.
I was abducted as I went to bathe, naked. I'm 64 years old, a lawyer, a judicial officer on sabbatical, a practicing Catholic, Jaja Anna.
This is extremely heartbreaking. She was naked, getting ready to take a shower. She's 64 years old, and she was abducted. These are words that need to be said because it paints the reality of the kind of Uganda Museveni is superintending over. All these guys are going to come here and pretend like they care about Helen. Oh, she was a good woman. She was fighting for the rights of women and stuff like that. In life, when Helen was being abused, when her rights were being denied, they kept quiet. And when she dies, oh, we need to be in solidarity. We care. They don't. They do not care at all. This is why when you have an opportunity, you confront them with the kind of atrocities, the shamelessness, the cruelty they visit upon innocent people. What she's doing is a chef's kiss. Mwah. Yes.
In my parish, she was picked in front of her children, her face covered. We were kept in a place we didn't know. No sunshine. Our crime was participating in an election.
Imagine
which
that.
Is a constitutional right. Very related to her. Honorable Hellen, a rising star, fearless, God-fearing, practicing orthodox. In 2020, in Kalangala, when same brutality was meted on Ugandans in a civil process, she was the one who went around from one police station, another military station, to look for people who were innocently abducted and imprisoned. We still have charges in court. We are lucky, or at least we think, because there's still a looming re-abduction.
Yep.
There's still threat. As of yesterday, we were supposed to have been re-abducted.
Wow.
We're Uganda. I have no gun. He has no gun. People should be allowed to participate.
Yep.
At least in memory of Honorable Hellen. She stood for humanity. She stood for dignity. She stood for the voice of the voiceless. Today, we are humbled that all the political party leaderships, especially from NRM and the other parties, are here in solidarity. We are demanding the release of the political prisoners. We are demanding for the release, especially of our colleague, Honorable Mwanga Chivumbi. We are demanding for the release of all those, you know it, at least in her memory, because she fought for justice. She fought for inclusion. We want to be included. We also want to sit comfortably with you people. But then we can't do it.
Wow. This is I love this speech. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, it is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking to the point that you have to put in a position where you look like you're begging for what is rightly yours. They're saying, please do not abduct us. Like, how ridiculous must that be? That we have been reduced to begging for our rights. But I love what she says. We want to sit with you. We do not hate you. But what does it say? If you guys belong to the side that abducts, tortures, kills, and disappears people, how do you want us to normalize that? And I think Joel Senyonyi actually mentions that in his speech. I'll show you.
So, here today, in memory, because I'm speaking as the acting president, and I speak as I wind up, my president is in pain because he cannot be here physically. We are therefore demanding his return so that he can be able to pay his respect. He can be able to lead us. We are also putting in that as we go to bury this peacemaker, this beautiful soul, may have death, igniting each one of us a self-examination that you are because I am. Since I am, therefore we are.
Exactly.
It's about Ubuntu. It's about humanity. It is healthy to be who we are. For us, this rising star has ignited for us. Even in her death, she is unstoppable. She has created for us this opportunity and the challenge that let us be human. Let us be able to tolerate one another. Let us be able to reach out. May the militarization decrease. May the militarization end. May you see the tears in our eyes, including His Eminence. All of us are crying, we are weeping. We want a Uganda that is peaceful. We want a Uganda where others can also come and bury. We want a Uganda where it is okay to be who I am, where it is okay to identify with my different identities, Catholic, Orthodox, not.
You know, if you look at the face of Benjamin Katana right here, he's heartbroken, he's crying.
From the north, from the south, from the west, you know? And we also would like really today, as a gift, as we demand for the release of our people who are in prison. And also accountability. And my request is, let the abductions and the threats stop. I am therefore celebrating Honorable Helen. We are celebrating her because of her power, because of her negotiation, because of her different identities as a sportswoman, as a woman who is now in her death, speaking for us, enabling us to open those shut doors of our hearts. Helen, may eternal rest be granted unto you as you rest in peace and in power.
Wow, what a speech. What a speech. Now, I love these speeches, but sometimes I don't want to get in a position where I lose hope in trying to connect with people, but the NRM people sort of push you to that point. And that's why I have these words, I look at them every time I get to a point of sort of losing hope. I go back to these words because they remind me of the importance of keeping that hope alive. Martin Luther King saying, we must accept the finite disappointment, but never lose the infinite hope. Yeah, I put these words here every day. I look at them because they remind me, because I'm always on the verge of breaking down, of completely losing hope and saying, hey, you know what? I don't want to work with those people. But with actions, or the actions that bring people together like this one, it renews my hope that maybe a few sections within the NRM would say, hey, with these rampant abductions and the killing of innocent people, I resign. I've seen it in different administrations across the world, including this one in the US, where people be like, hey, for my conscience, for my belief in humanity and for my values, I completely decide to resign. How about these people and all these pretentious acts? I'm going to be there with Hellen Nakimuli. Oh, I loved her. She was so good. Oh. How about they end that pretense, and the next thing they do is with the passing of Hellen Nakimuli, I want to announce that with my conscience, I cannot continue belong to the NRM. NRM has shown that it cannot guarantee the safety of its political opponents. What an amazing statement that would be, and what difference it would make. Imagine if the likes of Thomas Tayebwa, you know, my friend, you know how he usually talks, and with all these lies on his face, you can see that he's a complete charlatan, doesn't even care. My friend is, I want to care. We are together. No, we're not. You're just saying those words for nothing. Anyways, let me go to what Sechkubo said. This is Honorable Sechkubo. Remember, Helen was an Orthodox member of the Orthodox Church, and Theodore Sechkubo. There were only 2 members of parliament belong to the Orthodox Church. With the passing of Helen, they were not going to have any in the parliament because this man was cheated, of course, by the Museveni cheating machine. Listen to the beauty of Hellen, who she is.
Sorry, I'm speaking about you. Nega sana Uganda kumanyi olimuzana wa saba sajjo oluwuliramu. Tagenda kwogera naye lwaki munokoddeyo. Bw'agenda mu ddwaliro ono Hellen yali ategedde nti maama w'omubaka mulwadde. N'amuweereza n'obubaka nti kankusabire maama agenda kuba bulungi. Mu kaseera ako yagendera mu ddwaliro. Kati nga yalumwa naye nga bw'awulira munne ng'ebibye abiteeka ebbali n'amuweereza ka message kansabe Mukama asuuse maama.
Bwe bulungi bw'ono omukyala bw'abadde nabwo. Ate mwanattu obulungi bulina engeri gye bweyolekera ku bantu. Abadde musanyufu essaawa zonna. Kyokka mu kusanyuka kwe ng'alina obulumi eri abantu abalala. Wabeeredde omulwadde batugamba ng'akola bino. Mujjukira ennaku esembi eyo kyasemba okwogera yayogera eri abakulembeze mu nzikiriza z'eddiini nti mwogere ku bikolobero ebikolebwa ku bannansi mulekerawo okwetiiririra kubanga mutya nti bayinza obutabawa mu mmotoka n'abajjukiza nti empeera yammwe eri mu ggulu siteri ku nsi. Wandibadde ogamba ku bulwadde bw'alina n'embeera gy'abadde ayitamu yandibadde ayogerako byaki yandibadde asabira kino omuzindaalo okwogera naye abadde akimanyi nti essanyu ery'enkomeredde taba nalyo singa abalala babeera mu kudooba.
Maama we ekyomukisa omulungi maama yasuuse naye yangambye nti yaweereza obubaka obwo eri maama n'agamba kiki kino naye nkibaleetedde ng'obulamu bwe abulekulwa abalala kanange siizaana kumutukana kumwengana. Hellen ababadde bamutunuulira mumumanye eminensi otukoze bulungi n'oleeta Hellen ate nammwe abazze okumugoberera gy'ava mu kyaki ye. Eno kyaki ya Orthodox emanyiddwako kitono naye nga ye ekirisiya enkulu. Ekitulwa sipiika sigamba nti nno neyali pulezidenti Amini kyakola kyali kirungi kubanga yagaana enzikiriza zonna ennyingi naye omugenzi Amini enzikiriza ze yalekawo abasiraamu eddiini y'Ekiyisiraamu n'alekawo eya Catholics n'alekawo eya Church of Uganda ne Uganda Orthodox Church zeyalekawo. Sigamba nti lwe kyakola kuziyiza abalala okusinza nga bwebaagala kyali kirungi naye kikulaga obwannansangwa obw'ekirisiya eno. Tetwagala kubeera nnyo okulanga n'okugamba nti tuli basodokisi naye nga bw'otunula enkola omanya nti ono omusodokisi yabadde Hellen. Hellen abadde bw'atyo nga Katonda yamwagala era mbadde nina obwesige nti ndesse empagi mu palamenti. Abeekalangala kitalo nnyo. Olugero lugamba nti awakula ennume tewakula emu naye n'ennume Hellen nzibu nnyo okugitetenkanya. Abadde mu palamenti wadde abadde ava mu ddiini ey'abatono kubanga tubadde babiri naye kati tunulya netiwaka gy'abadde alina eri palamenti yonna. Obubaka buno tubukomyeko bukomi naye Uganda yonna eri wano. Your Eminence, olunaku lwajjo twabadde mu palamenti. Nsiima Right Honourable Speaker, twamukuwadde ekitiibwa eky'amaanyi. Naye munnange ne Right Honourable Prime Minister yasiimye omugezi. Nagamba nti abadde mugumu ng'ayogera mazima ng'alemera ku nsonga.
Ebyo byonna bya pretense saagala kubiwulira. Simanya nabbanja yasiimye bw'abadde mugumu. Bw'abadde omulamu ng'ayogera ebyobugumu n'amazima nabbanja abadde akola ki? Abadde abidismissinga. abadde tabifaako, abadde tabitwala nti birimu omulamwa. Bino byonna babyogera ku pretendinga nti bafaayo. Tebabifaako. Saagala kubiwulira mbu sipiika yafuddeyo nnyo. Twagala bikolwa. Bagamba bate enjogera eyo, ntero gjerabira. Put your money where your mouth is. Teeka ssente z'omumwa gwo weguli. Abadde ayogera nnyo eby'amazima, abadde mugumu. Yimirira naye. Yimirira ku mazima ago gabaddeko. Tulage nti ogamba ku lwa Hellen ndi mweteefuteefu okuva mu kino ekifo singa abantu abawambibwa ne batulugunyizibwa ne battibwa tebafuna bwenkanya ngenda kuva mu kino ekifo. That means nti obadde obitwala nti byamakulu.
Kati ne ngamba bannange aba NRM temulaba nga twenyagira bwereere nti ne gavumenti bw'oyogera amazima ekimanya nti nnono wadde atukuba nnyo naye w'amazima era ku ssaawa y'ongeero ge bakuweereza.
Now,
Vice President yatuwadde ekitiibwa ne Speaker tweyanziza nnyo ate ne President Yoweri Museveni manyi minisita ajja kwogera era naye omutima n'amanya nti nnono wadde abadde wa kibiina ekivuganya oba alternative mu gavumenti naye n'avaayo n'aweereza obubaka era kyatukoze bulungi ffenna President n'aweereza obubaka bwa miliyoni 20 ku muntu bw'amanyi nti avuganya naye n'agamba olwa Hellen sirina kyakukola abadde munnayuganda abadde kaswa omubaka akiikirira abantu akanyumirako kenjagala mukubire engalo kirewoolera wa sayidi eri oba ng'oyimiridde bulungi.
I won't say sisa kuba ngalo kwekyo ekikolwa kya Museveni again. That is endowooza ya Museveni yagamba kasitamba wa ssente ebiramusobola okubyerabira. Akanyume tekeetaaga kkubirwa ngalo. Essente tezirina kye zikola. Tezirina kye zikola naawe nyinza okubeera nga ndi pessimistic mwene embeera it is okay. Bonambuulira. Talina tafaayo. Bano bye bakola bo bamanyi nti obulamu bw'omuntu bwakugula. Kamba weerezeeyo ssente. Doesn't mean a thing. Hellen abadde ayimirira ku ki by'oba ogezaako okulaba ng'okola. Gye mufuddeko yayogera n'agamba ebyakawulo batubijjeyo mba mugenda kuwamba abantu mbatulugunye mubatte. That bikola ebyo tujja tegeera nti ofaayo nnyo eri Hellen. But besides that, anyways, ndowooza kansembeeyo speech eya President Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert. Actually, kansooke ntandike ne Joel Ssenyonya nawe wayogedde kyenjagalira ddala.
Akolera Sebo Honorable Minister wa ICT abadde akolaganira awamu ne Honorable Hellen National Minister we obukulembeze bwa National Unity Platform. Honorable Hellen abadde ayina mu luzungu gye tuyita commitment. Nga Honorable Hellen buli kyakola akiwa 10 ku kinnaakyo. Buli kyakola akiteekamu buli kimu. Abadde ayagala nnyo church ye Orthodox Church ng'olabira ddala Orthodox ayagala eddiini ye. Honorable Hellen abadde ayagala nnyo ebyemizannyo volleyball, netball. Nga taba kalangala oluusi nga tulina bye tumwetaaza e Kampala n'atugaa mugira mulindako kubanga nkyali kalangala. Ayagadde nnyo abantu ba kalangala era n'abaweereza bulungi nnyo.
Let's go here.
Honorable Hellen ayagadde nnyo ekibiina kye ekya National gamba kino sijja kusobola olw'obudde oba ki naye nga bw'asalawo nti ajja kukola ekintu ng'akikolera ddala. Tukwebaza Honorable Hellen, tujja kukusubwa nnyo obadde eddoboozi eri abantu ba kalangala. Katusabe ffe abasigaddewo tetujja kusirika tusigale nga twogera. Kyanaku naye twebaza mwenna mwebale kubeerawo nga tumwerekera. I want to thank especially the colleagues of the thank you for honoring Honorable Hellen. As you can see, members are here across all parties. Thank you for honoring her. Honorable Hellen was unique. Honorable Hellen, even when she spoke tough things, even when she was hitting hard, she would smile. I guess that's why she was loved across. Some of us, when we are hitting, we don't smile. we hit and hit and hit the very tough way and bite without smiling. But Honorable Helen would do that with a smile on her face. I used to find it very unique. But that was Honorable Helen. So thank you for honoring her. Let's pursue the issues that were of concern to her.
Exactly, that's the point.
The Honorable Chris Baremusi has encouraged that as a people we find a meeting of minds. That's very important. And it's good she did not, as you said, fear you. We actually don't fear you people. No, we don't.
Good.
We just tend to have concerns about critical issues.
Exactly.
So it is not fear, but when we say this is bad, that don't arrest, don't abduct people, and for weeks no one knows where they are. That's wrong.
Exactly.
Regardless which political party you belong to. Some of these things should be pointed out clearly that this is wrong.
Exactly.
If somebody has committed an offense, arrest them as the law does prescribe. Take them to a court of law.
Thank you.
Don't hold them in a basement or a torture chamber for a month.
Exactly.
It is wrong.
Yeah, seeking
Those are
it.
issues that Honorable Helen was talking about. And then we need to address them as a country. Again, Honorable Chris mentioned that my leader, the Honorable Chagulanyi Sentamu, is free to return to the country. Of course, he's going to return home because Uganda is his home. And as he has said, regardless what people in government will do, he's coming back home. That's for sure. I know that there's uncoordinated movement of troops in it. Because Honorable Chris will stand and say, no, there is no problem, it's innocent. And then you'll hear the head of the military who will say, I'm looking for Chagulanyi. I've killed 22. Chagulanyi is going to be the 23rd person that I killed. So that uncoordinated movement of troops, even within government, should be addressed. So that there is no confusion, so that we all follow the law. It's not enough for a government official to say, well, we should be law-abiding. And I know Honorable Chris has even threatened here that government might shrink the social media space because of people insulting each other. I, for one, I don't encourage insulting coming from anybody. And as you guide the population, I hope you'll also, since you're Minister of National Guidance, I hope you'll guide the head of the military.
Oh, yeah.
I normally see him insult people on social media.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he's above the law. At one time, Honorable Chris actually guided the CDF, and he said the things he's saying are not right. The following day, the CDF was calling him names. And then Honorable Chris kept quiet. I thought the Muchiga in him would not keep quiet.
No.
That he would
The Mchiga is just pretentious.
insist and say, yes, what I have said.
Yeah. When push comes to shove, they all abandon the ideals and this fake tough persona they usually want to display. Oh, I am a Muchiga, I'm a tough guy. The moment is like, hey, I might actually fire you. That's when they be like, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Okay, let's go here.
Sentamu Bobby Wine neranga nange batusako obaka okuzonde wala jendi. Tunakulwa Sunday twafuna ekikangabwa bwetwawulira timunnaffe Hellen Nakimuli atuvudde ku maaso. Amazima amatuufu tetunnamanya kituufu kyamutta naye kyetulishuwa tiyevuga mu motoka ye ng'agenda mu ddwaliro. Ekyennaku tuwayitawo akaseera katono ne batuwa amawulire nti yali avudde mu bulamu bw'ensi eno. Postmortem yasoose naye tennatuwa answer eri conclusive. Wabula baatusabye tutugumiikirize nga weeks 2 okunoonyereza okulala kukolebwe banatuwa answer, era tuli mu kugumiikiriza tulinza okumanya ddala kiki ekyavuddeko okufa kwa Hellen Nakimuli. Nakimuli nga kyali mulamu ffenna tumujjukira yali full of life. Mu mbeera eno gye tutambuliramu ebyokunyigiriza nga ddala amazima amatuufu bw'oba ng'oli mu opposition mwera embeera gye tutambuliramu, kizibu nnyo okusigala ng'oli musanyufu, kizibu nnyo okusigala ng'oli positive olw'okutulugunya n'okunyigirizibwa okwetoolodde eggwanga lyaffe. Ne Nakimuli abadde example ekituyigirizibwa nti bw'oba ogaanye ekintu ekikyamu kuyingiramu tekijja kuyingiramu. Mu byonna byonna byabadde ayitamu Nakimuli yasalawo libeere only skin deep. Nakimuli yasigala ng'ali positive, abadde full of life. Ng'anyumirwa nnyo ebyemizannyo, ng'anyumirwa nnyo music, nga muntu munyumya era ng'alina emikwano mingi. Abadde living proof eya positivity. Obutafaananako n'abantu abalala bangi n'emirimu gye gya parliament Nakimuli yagaana okubeera corrupted era yagaana okusirisibwa. Yasigala asitula eddoboozi lye ku lw'abantu ba bulijjo nga n'ebiseera ennaku zino ezisembeeyo ez'obulamu bwe tumulabye nga Nakimuli abadde eddoboozi ly'abantu ng'ayogera ne ku bintu oboolyawo ebitiibwa abantu bangi nnyo okwogerebwako.
Mu kaseera nga kazibu nnyo. I don't want this video to be really long. Also genda n'olaba speech eno ku BBS platform egamba nti Kyagulanyi akuutidde muwala wa Honorable Nakimuli asinzidde ku ssimu. BBS ewandiise siimu. Simu. Those bajja tereza mukaawo. Anyways, there's a lot of people about this speech wano eno. Omuli Obwakabaka bukungu bagidde Hellen, Thomas Tayebwa naye ayogedde saagala kuzanya bigambo bye kubanga mulimba awedde emirimu n'ebirala. So genda ku mukutu gwa BBS bapostinze buli kimu speech zonna bwe zibadde. Nja kujja nyongera okubeera nga nku updates. So make sure nti osubscribe ku mukutu wanabeerawo ekyenjawulo nja kujja nkikuwe. Okay? Yes, nja kujja mbeere nga nkikuwa. Nze Mordecai Murisa so akwongereza ku ebyenjogedde wabula okujjako okugamba nti omwoyo gw'omugenzi Mukama gumuze mirembe. Ekitangaala eky'olubeerera kimwakire.
Did you enjoy what you just watched?
I'm sure they did.
I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa Live YouTube channel? Thank you.